Today I'm showing you how to make this handy all-purpose apron. You can use it for animal care. Here I am next to my chickens. I designed it so that it's got a side pocket here either side so that you can put something like this trowel in it, and when you bend down it's not going to stick in you, but also it's got a very big central pocket that you can put something like your phone in, which will be tucked down the bottom and hopefully won't fall out. You can also use it for cooking. So this is my grandson doing a bit of cooking, and you can also do it so that it ties at the back or ties at the front, and you can use it for housework, that kind of thing. There's the side pocket, so it's designed to sit on the hip, and here it is tied at the back. You can vary the length of the ties so that you can have a big bow at the back. You'll need my pattern, which is available on my Etsy page. That can be printed out on a printer. Just cut up the pattern and tape it together. There's full instructions.
Once you've cut out your pattern piece and stuck it together, to cut out your pocket piece, which is the piece at the front that forms the pockets, you need 2 pieces of fabric big enough that are on the fold. So that's folded over, and so is this one. So to make it easier to cut it out, you could actually cut them out together. So put the pattern piece on the fold and either pin it to the fabric, or
you can put pattern weights on, or you can put it on and draw around it and then cut round where you've drawn.
then put those to one side. So next, get the fabric that's going to be the main part of the apron. And again, you need the same thing, which is 2 pieces of fabric that are big enough, folded over. If you have a fabric that's got a direction on it like this, that's the top. That's the top of the apron. So make sure that that's pointing to the top. So get your 2 pieces. It's just easier to cut them out together. You can do them separately if you want. And put your pattern piece on. Now, in order to make this pattern simpler and using less paper, you need to now make the lines to cut round. So all you need is a big ruler and just lay it along this line like this, so that you know you've got it straight. And then get a pencil or fabric marker, something like that, and draw a line up there. Then get the ruler and place it along the top line here. Make sure it's straight and draw another line. So your cutting line for your apron is where these all is along there and where they meet up. So if I just remove the pattern piece, to make that easier to see. So you're basically going to be cutting out a large rectangle cut on the fold. So that's that line, and that line. So, just need to cut these out now. It's 1, 2.
So I'm just switching to the blue apron that you see on the models. I just cut out those other pieces to demonstrate how to actually cut out those pattern pieces. So there on the table are my two fabrics that I chose for that apron, and they're sort of like a mid-weight chambray denim, not necessarily the thickness of denim jeans, but a little bit more lightweight than that, and it's actually perfect for this project. So start by turning in a small hem at the end and along all the way along the length, both sides. Turn in a hem at the other end and then fold the whole thing over lengthways and press. So there's full instructions in the pattern as to how to decide on the length of the ties, depending on whether you want to tie the ties at the back or the front, or have the option to do both. There are two sizes in the pattern, and also if you want to make it for a larger person, you can just extend the ties a little bit further, and that will give you the versatility for this pattern to cover the vast majority of adult sizes. Next, we're going to assemble the pocket section. So get your two pocket pieces and place them right sides together. It's as well to handle them carefully at this point because you've cut on the bias, and if you stretch that curve you'll pull it out of place. So handle the fabric carefully. Put the pins in at right angles to the curve as you see me doing to help the work stay stable while you sew it. So pin all around those two curves. Sew down each of those curves, back stitching at the beginning and the end of each line of stitching. Turn out the pocket section and then give it a press. Stitch around both of the curves. Now it's time to assemble the main part of the apron. Place one of the main apron pieces face up on the table. Centre the pocket section on top, lining up the edges. Next, get the other main apron piece and put that face down on top. Pin all the layers together all the way down both sides and along the bottom, making sure that you catch all layers as you pin. So all around the 3 sides that you just pinned, making sure as you go that you capture all the layers. Trim down the seam allowance and cut across the corners to reduce the bulk when you turn the apron out the right way. Turn the apron out the right way and make sure that you poke out the corners so you've got a nice sharp corner at the hem of the apron. And then press the whole thing. Next, top stitch the whole apron. Next, you're going to use the pocket stitch line that's indicated on your pattern to put the side pocket in. I'm just using my drafted pattern here. You have a clear line to go by, and just mark the apron where that is indicated. Now that distance is a guide and it's handy for most tools or a phone or whatever, but if you had something particular that you wanted to put in the pocket here at the side, for example, a ruler, set square, paintbrushes, something that is particular to what this apron is going to be for or who you're making it for, you can just adjust it accordingly. So whatever it is, put it in the pocket area and pin around it. Make sure that you're going to be able to get it in and remove it easily. If it's something that's not as long as the pocket is deep, you can also sew a line across the apron so that the item will sit safely in the pocket, but you won't lose it at the bottom of it. Insert the apron into the fold of the ties section. Centre it so that the centre of the pocket, centre of the apron, is in the centre of the ties, and pin it securely in place. Make sure that the raw edge at the top of the apron is in the fold of the ties. Final step is to sew the straps, starting at one end and sewing all the way along through the apron section and finish off at the other end. Give it a press and it's ready to wear. Spent quite a lot of time designing and drafting this pattern. It's based on a peg pinny pattern that I made quite a long time ago, but I did just want to modify it so that it had all the advantages of that apron, but also had the side pocket to make it really practical and versatile. I really enjoyed the process, but this was actually filmed last summer, and for various reasons I've only just managed to get the video together, actually make the pattern, not least of which you'll be amazed how hard it is to actually put that curve in to a pattern accurately, especially for somebody like me who's had to learn the pattern drafting software as well, and just completely self-taught. But I'm very pleased with the results and I really enjoyed the process. It's just taken me rather a long time. So if you've enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you could do a thumbs up, perhaps leave a comment. Perhaps if you're going to make one of these aprons for yourself or a gift. I'm recording this in November, late November, and it just occurred to me that it would make a great Christmas gift, but also it could be made in Christmas fabric for a Christmas pinny, which would be really nice. So as I say, the pattern is available on my Etsy page and I'll link that in the description. Enjoyed watching this make, and I'll see you next week for the next video. I entitled this clip Old Biddy Modelling Apron. You've got to laugh at yourself sometimes. So next week I hope to be finishing off some of the Christmas quilts, so that'll be binding and finishing those quilts. See you then.